What's the number one reason of all the five? What's the number one to keep these tax cuts in place?
They created jobs, Stuart, no question about it. And as you know, I had a small part in that with Larry Kudlow and Laffer, and we had a great team. Of course, this is what Trump wanted to do. But you look at the economic effects of that tax bill, more jobs. Actually, we probably got more revenues in because the economy expanded. The corporate tax cut, we brought the rate down from the highest in the world to one of the lowest. That brought a lot of factories and investment capital back to the United States. I also like, by the way, the fact that now only about 10% of Americans have to itemize their deductions on their tax forms. So in other words, most of us now just have to check the box because we doubled the standard deduction. That makes filing your taxes so much simpler. So it was a resounding success. By the way, the average worker, not people who make $400,000, I'm talking about people making $60,000 to $100,000, they saved $2,000 a year on their taxes.
That's a lot of money. Now you tell me
Now
you tell me what happens if the tax cuts expire.
Well, Ed Lawrence was saying that Biden doesn't want to use the term Bidenomics, but I do, because I think it's been a catastrophe for our country. People are poorer today by about the same $2,000 that they saved on their taxes under Trump. But, look, if you reverse those tax cuts, you're going to see this is a financial show. You're going to see an increase in the capital gains tax. You're going to see an increase in the corporate tax rate. If you own stock, that means more of the profits from the company go to the government rather than go to the shareholder. That's going to have a negative effect, a very negative effect on the stock market. The reason I don't think that you've seen that priced in yet is I think a lot of investors think Trump is going to win. But boy, it's going to be a bad day for the market if on November 6th it turns out Biden wins and and if he does win, he'll probably have a mandate to get rid of the Trump tax cuts. That's going to be very negative for workers and for stocks.
Earlier this morning, we got the job openings report. It's called the JOLTS report. 8.059 million jobs opened. Now, that's the lowest level since February of 21. What does it show about the economy? That it's weakening?
The jobs market is certainly softening, but 8 million openings is still a lot. It's still. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here. If you're somebody looking for a job and you have a skill, if you're a nurse or you're an accountant or you're somebody who is an electrician, there are a lot of jobs out there for people who are looking for them. The problem is we have a skills deficit in this country, and a lot of people, it's not that the jobs aren't out there, it's that they're not paying enough to keep up with the rate of inflation. And that's why you see so many angry voters and angry people, frankly, at the grocery store and the gas pump. Because, there are jobs out there. And don't forget also, a lot of those jobs are part-time jobs, Stuart. Try paying your bills when you're only working 20 hours a week. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. We heard it from you, Steve. We'll see you again real soon. Steve Moore.